Alan's house is about to be demolished due to being wrongly built. He decides to take advantage of this and puts up a "for sale" sign, thinking he will sell it to the first person who passes by. Capitao, a man who is also his friend, arrives, and Alan offers to sell him the house. Capitao replies, "Yes, I just got my vacation pay today. How much is it?" Alan says 500,000, but Capitao refuses, saying he only has 50,000. Seeing the deal slip away, Alan quickly says, "Fine, take it for 50,000. Since you're my friend, I'll give it to you for this much." Capitao asks to see the house from inside, but Alan refuses, saying the deal must happen right here, right now. "I'm giving a 500,000 house for 50,000. Take it. I own many houses, I'm only giving it to you because you're my friend." Upon his insistence, Capitao agrees and transfers the money to his account. When Capitao asks about the papers, Alan tells him they are in a file on the table inside. Capitao is thrilled that he is finally free from renting and can now bring his mother to their own home. Meanwhile, a demolition inspector arrives and asks Capitao if he has vacated the house, as the bulldozer is arriving to tear it down. Poor Capitao is shocked. "What do you mean demolish? I just bought this house with my life savings from Alan." The inspector is surprised and tells him, "This house is scheduled for demolition because it was built wrongly. It's all written in the papers. How did you buy it without checking them?" On the other side, Alan goes to his neighbor and offers to buy her house. The neighbor says she was planning to sell it, but only for a good offer. When Alan asks, she demands 70,000. Alan thinks, "I just made 50,000 from the deal, and I already have 20,000. So, is it a deal?" The neighbor agrees, saying she always wanted a house like his, and tells him to transfer the money so the house is his, mentioning she has bought a beautiful house elsewhere and will move there. Alan transfers the money, takes the house, and celebrates having a home, even if it's not as good as his old one. Back at the house, Capitao asks the inspector why the house must be demolished. She explains that a river flows nearby, and building next to a river is not allowed. Capitao says, "But the river is quite far from here, it is much closer to the neighbor's house." The inspector rechecks the papers and says, "Yes, we made a mistake. This isn't the house number meant for demolition. I mistakenly told Alan to vacate. The demolition order is actually for the neighbor's house." She tells Capitao she will go demolish that one. Capitao thanks God that despite being cheated, his house was saved and he can live there peacefully. The inspector then goes to Alan. Alan says, "I already sold that house. Haven't you demolished it yet?" The inspector apologizes and explains it was a misunderstanding, as his house does not have a demolition order. Alan regrets selling such an expensive house so cheaply, but consoles himself, "Thank God I bought this house to live in." The inspector then breaks the full news to him, "Actually, the demolition order is for this house. It must be torn down." Alan is left in absolute shock. All his cheating brought no benefit, both his money and home are gone, and now he must live on the street.